Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand one's own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, motivations, and actions. It involves introspection and reflection, allowing individuals to have a deeper understanding of themselves and how they relate to the world around them. Most people live in a constant state of chaos and noise, not only around them, but inside their own minds as well. They live in a constant state of reactivity, being pushed and pulled by the external factors and being controlled by the external environment rather than taking that control within themselves. They're very often controlled by this voice inside of their head, and they listen to this voice as if it is the truth. But the truth is, we all have this voice inside of our head, and this voice is not you. That voice inside of your head, this is a conditioned response. This is a combination of all the voices that you've ever heard in your entire life, either good or bad. This could come from your grandparents, your parents, your school teachers, your best friend, or your school bully. So this voice judges and criticizes every single action that you take and every thought that you experience, every emotion that you feel. And it will give you a play-by-play of what it thinks about that. And we don't question that interpretation, just like we don't question our breathing. But this interpretation, this criticism can either be good or bad. It can be empowering or disempowering, depending what that voice is saying. But the truth is that voice's interpretation is just a conditioned response. It is not the actual reality. The best thing about this is that you have complete control over that voice, and you have the power to change what that voice is saying when you understand how. But the most important thing that you have to understand is that you are not that voice. There are two parts of you. There is one part that does all the thinking, the feeling, and the reacting. This is your conditioned response, and this is where that voice comes from. And then there is the other part. The other part is that awareness of the thoughts, emotions, and reactions. You are not that voice, but you are that awareness of that voice. So the first step is developing that self-awareness. Being aware of what recurring patterns and thoughts are going through your mind, and then being conscious and aware of what that self-talk is saying. What is that little voice inside of your head saying? Is it empowering or is it disempowering? Is it moving you in a place where you want to go, or is it not? And then work with shifting what that voice is saying.